So today's weather for January 23rd, it's Monday, and we have a nor'easter coming up the east coast of the United States. We're most likely going to get rain here in the northeast because this low pressure system came from the south, so it's actually bringing slightly warmer weather with it. But we could get severe winds off the very east coast and the Cape and the islands. Our winds here probably will only be between 35 and 40 miles an hour. Over here on the west coast of the United States, we have another low pressure system coming in. Hopefully it'll make its way to the east coast and we'll get snow, because I know you're all looking forward to maybe a snow day in the future. But right now they're just getting lots of rain because of this low pressure. Remember, when the isobars are close to one another, that means heavy winds. These isobars with this nor'easter will get closer and closer together as they move up the east coast. Now the Great Plains, we have some storms going on through the Rocky Mountains and the Great Plains, mostly giving snow because it does seem that some of the colder air from Canada and the Arctic have come down to produce some colder weather. And then throughout the Midwest, we have some high pressure, so it's fair weather as they sort of have missed this nor'easter.
So for your project, you will be looking at different weather maps from different websites. You could also use the ones that they display on TV, and you'll be looking at them for several days before you decide to make sort of your prediction maps. Now, your prediction maps will be based on the data that you collected by looking at weather maps online, watching the news to listen to the weather report. And so then you'll make your prediction map of the United States that shows what you think the weather will be like for the next couple of days. So this is sort of a fictional one that I created, and you can use, I have hard copies of the United States of America map in class that you can use. You want to make sure that your prediction includes where the fronts will be, whether they'll be warm fronts, cold fronts, stationary fronts, or occluded fronts. Typically, if they were on your map on the west coast when you first were doing your research, most likely by the time you do your prediction map, those low pressure systems and those fronts will have traveled across the United States. Like if you look at my day 2 map, you'll see that the fronts have moved and the high pressure and low pressure systems have moved as well, because remember that our weather moves from west to east across the United States. So what you're going to do is you're going to do kind of what I did. So for the rest of this week and into the beginning of next week, you're going to do your research by looking at different weather maps. And then you will make 2 prediction maps, one for Wednesday, February 1st, and one for Thursday, February 2nd. And then you'll be turning them in on February 1st, so you won't be able to go back and look at the actual weather from that day.